Hi, this is David Scher, and I am speaking to you about how to solve the quiz for 429. Now, the quiz for 429 was uh, draw, create a GUI for Scher project with a label, which I've done here, place label, color, labeled with the name color. I called it the color label, and I gave it a nice large font to make it easy to see what's going on when I type a color in. All right, and then I just put it over there. And then I placed an entry of size 8. That's why we say place entry 8. And I called it color entry. So it's going to hold colors, and its font is Calibri 22. So we make it nice and big. I also created, and I put it right lined up with the color to the right. Then I created a text box of okay with 10, size 5, and I called it the history. It's going to hold the history of all the colors. I also made everything Calibri 20. And then I had to create a big triangle, so I placed a polygon that I call triangle, and I made it with 3, just like I described in the quiz. And then I clicked on the first point, then I picked on the second point, then I picked on the third point, and finally I clicked back on the first point, and that created this triangle. And that's where this thing is now. But I'm not done yet. I have to show how to uh, make it do the things it is. Because right now, if I type K blue and hit enter, nothing happens. To make it do things, I have to create an event handler for the color entry. And what I'm going to do is 3 things. The first thing I said to do is put it into history. So what we're going to do is say history dot set text. As you see, when I hit history, it turned purple, showing me that I had that. Now, I'm going to set the text to be color entry. I'm going to put on the top dot get text. So I have to get the text from the color entry. I'm going to add a new line to the end of that text. And then I'm going to add history dot get text. So that will put it on the top of the history. And then I'm going to hit enter. And so that should give me the color followed by the rest of the history. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take triangle, also something I declared so it turned purple, dot, or actually magenta, dot set fill. And I'm going to fill it with the color in color entry. So I'll say color entry dot get text. And the last thing I want to do is put in is clear the color entry now that I've done all that. Now, so I'll say color entry dot set text to be nothing. And so now a couple of things I want to put in. So this will say the color to history. Put the color into the triangle. And this will clear the entry. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up initializations. And my initializations will be color entry. So I want to set it up so that it starts out. So color entry, that's set text to be nothing. I'll start with a blank color entry. History, that's set text. You don't have to do this part to be nothing. So we start with a blank color. An empty history. And triangle, let's spell that right, dot fill, set fill to be nothing also. The triangle. And triangle. And that should do the job. So now, if I type blue and hit enter, the triangle is filled with blue. And my history has blue. If I hit red and hit enter, my triangle is filled with red. I get a nice history of different colors in my little history window over here. Okay. But let's say I pick a color that doesn't exist, like green. What happens is I save the history, but no color here, and I get a color value false here. So it doesn't try to make a thing of bling. Okay? So I'm going to now stop this video now that you have the answer to